everyone, I'm Nicola and I'm one of the midwives at University Hospital Wales, and I'm also a pregnancy and postnatal teacher as well. I normally teach the pregnancy yoga classes at the hospital, and I also teach private pregnancy yoga and postnatal workshops. Unfortunately, they've all been cancelled due to the current circumstances, so I'm just going to make a few videos that you can access at home instead. So today is going to be a postnatal yoga workshop. I would recommend doing this from when you're 6 weeks postnatal onwards, basically. So assess how you feel at 6 weeks, especially if you've had maybe a caesarean birth or any tears or anything like that. Just assess how they're healing, how you're feeling, and maybe wait a week or two longer if you need to. Today's class then will be some breathing techniques, some gentle stretching, some pelvic floor exercises, which are really important, and a nice relaxation to finish us off as well. So to do the class, you don't need anything fancy. If you have a yoga mat, you can use that, or you can simply use a towel or do it on some carpet instead, it doesn't matter. And just underneath your hips, you can use a rolled up towel, a pillow, or a yoga block if you have one. Fab. So firstly then, congratulations on your babies. I hope that you and your families are doing well. If you have any special requests you would like me to do, then please let me know, or anything you want me to go through further, then please feel free to just send me a message. Lovely. So we're going to start today's class then in a comfortable seated position. You can sit in a cross-legged position here if you like, and place a block or a pillow underneath your hips if that helps and makes it a bit more comfortable, or you can sit on a chair or a sofa if you prefer. Okay, so we're going to start with a breathing exercise. So when you're ready, we're going to close our eyes. Just resting your hands on your knees for now. And just take a minute to get in a good position here. So we're going to lengthen through the spine, so we're not slouching at all. Lengthen from the base of the spine upwards, having the head and the neck in line. And just taking a few deep breaths here. So a deep breath in through the nose, and a long exhale through the mouth. Lovely. And again, deep breath in through the nose, long breath out through the mouth. Perfect. And just keep this going at your own pace. Just taking a minute to letting go of the day that you've had so far and what's to come, and just taking this time for yourself. If you find that your mind is wandering a lot, that's fine, that's completely normal. But when you can, just bring the focus back to your breathing. Lovely, and just see if you can extend that exhalation even more. That's what's going to help us to relax. Okay, then when you're ready, we're going to take our left hand and place it over our heart, and our right hand and place it over our bellies. Don't worry about the perfect hand placement, it doesn't matter, they can all be in slightly different places. Okay, then as you next inhale, take a deep breath in through the nose. Focusing all the attention up to the left hand, up to the heart. Then as you slowly exhale, you're going to transfer all that attention, all that awareness down to your right hand and down to your stomachs. And again, so deep breath in through the nose, bring all the attention up to the left hand. And exhaling, focusing all that attention down to our bellies. And here we're going to take a moment just to be thankful for our yummy tummies, basically our mummy tummies that have given life to our children or our babies, as this is often an area that we criticise, but it's actually brought new life into the world, so what's to criticise about that? So we'll take another deep breath in through the nose, bring that attention up to our left hand to our heart, and then we're going to exhale, we're going to send all that love, all that attention down to our right hand, down to our stomachs, down to our mummy tummies, and just give thanks for our bodies that have given us our children or our babies. Lovely, then just keep this going at your own pace now. Nice deep breaths. Feeling grateful for our bodies, grateful for our families, anything else that you'd like to be grateful for right now. Lovely. Then one more deep breath here. Then after that exhale, just releasing the hands back to the knees and then gently opening the eyes. Lovely. So I actually always start a pregnancy yoga class with that heart womb mudra, but it's really nice to transfer postnatally, because that's often when we change our mindset for really feeling really grateful of our bumps to then automatically start to criticise our stomachs after we've had a baby. But we'll do some nice yoga exercises today as well. Okay, perfect. So we're going to start with some neck rolls now then. So when you're ready, we're going to exhale and drop the chin down to the chest. Then we're going to inhale and bring the head up to the left and back. And exhaling, dropping the head down to the right and back to centre. I'll go the same way as you actually. So we'll inhale, going up to the left, slightly back, and exhaling down to the right and back to centre. Lovely. So nice deep breathing, inhaling up and exhaling down. Lovely. And you want to visualise that you're creating a big circle with your nose in just one smooth, continuous motion. And you can close your eyes here as well if you like. Lovely. One more this side. And then when you're ready, change in direction. So now we're going to inhale up to the right and back, and then exhaling down to the left and back to centre. Again, closing your eyes here as well if you like. Just releasing any tension from the neck, from the shoulders. Lovely. See on your next if you can make that circle even bigger. Lovely. One more in this direction. Perfect. Then inhaling back to centre. Lovely. We're going to do some shoulder rotations now then. So these next few exercises are really important, especially often we hold a lot of tension in the neck and the shoulders, in the arms and the wrists as well from when we're feeding our babies all the time. So these exercises can just help release a little bit of tension. So we'll inhale, we'll bring the fingertips to the shoulders and then bring the elbows together to touch. Inhale and sweep the elbows backwards and all the way down. So we'll inhale forward and exhale back. Lovely. So I have very clicky shoulders, so there's lots of clicking going on here, but that's okay. So nice full rotations. So we're going to touch the elbows together if we can, sweep past the ears, draw the elbows as far back as we can, and then sweep the torso coming forward. So inhaling forward and exhaling back. Lovely. Nice big movement. And deep breathing throughout. Lovely. Then just changing direction now. So we're going to inhale, we're going to bring the elbows back to start, sweeping past the ears, and then exhaling, bringing the elbows forward. Lovely. So inhaling up and exhaling down. Lovely. Lovely. We'll do one more here. Lovely. And just give the arms a bit of a shake now. Perfect. We'll do some wrist rotations now then. So we'll inhale, we'll bring the arms up to shoulder height and make a fist. And then we're just going to gently rotate the wrists. So it often turns that when your baby starts growing and putting on back their birth weight and getting bigger and bigger, just for even feeding your baby feels like a bit of weight training actually. And change in direction. Lovely. Lovely, and give your arms a shake out. Perfect, so we're going to do some cat-cows now. This is probably my favourite pose to do in yoga. It's really nice to release any tension in the spine. So to do that, then we're going to come onto all fours. So here we want our wrists to be in line with our shoulders and our knees to be in line with our hips, and press through the feet as well, so everything in the body is nice and active. Two options here. So we want to spread through the fingertips. If you've got any pain or tension in the wrist, then just tuck under the fingers and come onto the knuckles and the thumbs instead. Okay, so we're going to inhale then, we're going to slightly arch the spine looking forward. Then we're going to exhale, push the weight back, curve the spine, drop the chin to the chest. Lovely. Inhale, dropping that spine, arching the spine, looking forward, and exhaling to curve. Lovely. And again, inhaling forward, draw the shoulders away from the ears so they're not creeping up with us. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, arching the spine, deep breath in. Exhale, curving the spine, dropping the chin to the chest. Lovely. One more. Exhale to curve. Inhale, center. We're going to do something called swooping cat now. So this might feel really weird and it might look a bit weird, but you're at home so no one can see you, so don't worry. So for this one then, we're going to bend the elbows out to the side, drop our chin towards the yoga mat. It doesn't matter how far it goes. Inhale, sweep forward. Exhale, same as before, curving the spine. So one nice smooth continuous movement. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Bending the elbows, chin towards the mat. Inhale forward, exhale to curve, pushing the weight back. Lovely. And again, inhale forward. So it'll take a few just to get the hang of it, but don't worry how weird it looks. And release tension from the spine and wake up the arms. Lovely. Last one. And inhale, center. Perfect. We're going to do a little flow sequence now then. So to start with, we're going to exhale. We're going to bring that right leg out behind us. And we're just going to rock back and forth just to wake up the hamstrings and stretch through the leg. Nice deep breathing. Rocking back and forth, stretching out through the leg. Really push the weight back into that foot there, and that's what's going to stretch through the legs. Lovely. Then we're going to inhale and we're going to just lift up that back leg just to the same height as the hip here, and keep the hip facing down. So you don't want to twist it up. Keep that hip facing down towards the mat. And we're just going to rotate through the ankles here. Change direction. Lovely. Then we're going to replace that foot back to the mat. We're then going to swivel on our left knee now. So we're going to swivel the left foot to the back of the mat, placing that right foot down on the floor. So we're coming up to the side, and then we're going to inhale just the front arm up to the ceiling, up to the sky, and exhale the arm down again. Inhale up and exhale down. Lovely. Two more. Inhale up and exhale down. Lovely. Last one. Inhale up, stretching through the arms to the leg as much as you can, and exhale down. Lovely. We're just going to swap sides now. So coming back to an all fours position, and we'll do the same on the left leg. So this time extending the left leg out behind us, and again just rocking back and forth, stretching through that left leg. Nice deep breathing. Lovely. And again, just push back in that leg and hold. Lovely. Then inhale, we're going to lift that left leg up to hip height again. Keep that hip facing down towards the mat. And again, just rotating through the ankle. Lovely. Change direction. Lovely. Replace that foot back to the floor, and we'll do the same on the other side. So this time now we're going to swivel on that right knee. So that right foot comes to the back of the mat, placing the left foot on the floor, and then again, so we're going to inhale the arm up and exhale the arm down. And again, inhale the arm up, exhaling down. Inhale the arm up, look into the hand if you can. Exhale down, last one. Inhale up, stretch through the body, exhale down, and coming back to all fours position. Lovely, so we're going to do a pelvic sequence now. So we're going to just swivel the feet down to the side and come into a seated position. Lovely. So now we're going to bring the right foot to the left knee and have that left leg bent behind us. So the left foot is by the left hip. Okay, so this one's really good for just re-stabilising the pelvis and as well for the lower spine as well. So to do that, we're going to place our hands on our hips. We're going to inhale, we're going to lean the body forward and arch through the spine. Then exhale, as if someone's pulling us from the centre of our back, we're going to curve the spine, tuck the pelvis under, chin to chest. And again, so inhale, leaning forward, arching the spine. Exhale, tuck the pelvis under, curve the spine, chin to chest. Lovely. One more, inhaling forward. Exhale to curve. Lovely. Inhale to neutral. We're going to place our left hand to the left knee. Swim that right hand just behind our right hip, either fingertips or palm, whatever's more comfortable for you. Inhale, looking forward. Then as we exhale, we're going to allow that left hip to come off the ground and we're going to twist to look over our right shoulder. One breath here. Inhale back to centre. Exhale to twist. Inhale, centre. Exhale to twist. Just hold in here for a few breaths. And we should feel a nice stretch all through the outer side of that left hip. Lovely. Inhale, centre. We're going to release the legs out in front of us one at a time and just give them a shake out. Lovely. We'll swap sides now. So bending the left leg, placing the left foot by the right knee, and then bending that right leg behind us. And then same again, we'll start with hands on the hips, our little sassy moment. We inhale, leaning forward, arching the spine. Exhale, curving the spine, chin to chest. And again, inhale, forward, lean forward, arch the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, tucking the pelvis under, curving the spine, chin to chest. And again, inhale forward. And exhale to curve. Inhale to neutral. We'll place the right hand on the right knee now. Swivel that left hand behind the left hip. And same again. So inhale forward. Exhale, we're going to allow now the right hip to come off the ground as we twist to look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to centre. Exhale to twist. Inhale, centre. Exhale to twist and hold here for a few breaths. And then inhale, centre. Perfect, well done. We're going to come onto our backs now to do some pelvic floor exercises, as well as a bridge pose and also some gentle stomach exercises. So coming onto your backs when you're ready. If you want, you can place a pillow underneath your head. Why not? Get nice and comfy. We're going to have our legs bent and tucking the toes in towards the hip if we can. I'm going to start with some pelvic floor exercises. Laying on your back is a lot easier to do them because you're not fighting against gravity.
And you might feel like you do them today and you can't quite locate where the muscles are, but that's perfectly okay, it just takes practice. So to do so, we're going to inhale. I'm going to lift and squeeze the muscles of the pelvic floor. Now these run from the pubic bone all the way to the back passage near where the coccyx is. And we're trying to lift and squeeze those muscles of the pelvic floor and then release them. At the same time, we're going to try and tuck in the stomach muscles. So you want to think of ourselves inhaling. We're going to squeeze in the muscles of the stomach and then squeeze and lift the muscles of the pelvic floor at the same time. Feel free to pull funny faces, it doesn't matter, no one's watching you. So we're going to close our eyes, inhale, we're going to pull in the muscles of the stomach and lift and squeeze the muscles of the pelvic floor. And exhale to release. And again, inhale, lift and squeeze the muscles of the stomach and the muscles of the pelvic floor. Exhale, release. Lovely. So just repeating these in your own time now. Another 5. So inhale to lift and squeeze. Perfect. Exhale, release. 4 left. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, release. Perfect. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release. And last one. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, release. Perfect. We're now going to try and lift and squeeze and hold for 10 seconds, but breathe in normally throughout. So when you're ready, inhale, we're going to lift and squeeze the muscles of the pelvic floor, pull in the tummy muscles, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And this time we're going to try and clench and release 10 times. So you're going to squeeze and lift, release, squeeze and lift, release. And again, breathe in normally throughout. 10 times. So when you're ready, inhale, lift and squeeze the muscles and release. And repeat 9 times. Perfect, well done. Now I'm going to do something called bridge pose. So staying as you are, you're going to inhale, we're going to press into the palms, into the ground. We're going to inhale and lift the hips off the ground. Stretching through the thighs here, holding for a few breaths. And exhale, release. We're going to take the pelvis under and roll through the spine nice and gently. Perfect, and we'll repeat that again. So inhale, push into the palms, lift the hips off the ground. It doesn't matter how high they go. Try and keep the knees in line with the feet and the hips if you can. And again, a few deep breaths here. Exhale, take the pelvis under, gently rolling back through the spine. Lovely, just one more. Inhale, push through the palms, lift the hips off the ground. A few deep breaths here. And exhale to release. Perfect, well done. So we're just going to do some gentle stomach muscle exercises now. If you feel like you're not ready to do these, then please just carry on with either the bridge pose that we just did or the pelvic floor exercises instead, or just taking a moment to relax, completely your choice. But if you feel like you're ready to do some stomach exercises, and I'd recommend after 6 weeks you can recommence some gentle stomach exercises. I'm going to place the fingertips, interlace the fingers and just place gently behind the head. And we're going to do some very small sit-ups. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale, lift just the head and the shoulders off the ground, and exhale, release. Just 10 of these. Inhale to lift. Doesn't have to be very high. Exhale, release. Inhale to lift. Exhale to release. Lovely. And again. Exhale, release. Perfect. 5 more. Inhale, lift. Lovely. 4 more. Lovely. 2 more to go. Lovely. Last one. Perfect, good work. Release the hands. We're just going to then release the knees in towards us one at a time, interlace the fingers, and just gently rock from side to side. Release tension in the spine. Just gently rock back and forth. Lovely. Replace the feet one at a time, and we're just going to come back up to a seated position. So lay onto your side to start, and then use your hands to bring you back into a seated position. Lovely, good work. So yeah, it's completely up to you which bits of the yoga that you do. In terms of pelvic floor, they are super important after you've had a baby to maintain. So I'd really recommend getting something called a squeezy app, which is designed by physios and the NHS, which you can download, and it'll teach you how to do your pelvic floor exercises and give you reminders throughout the day. A good tip is to do your pelvic floor every time you feed your baby, because that will be at least 8 times in 24 hours. And that way it's a time that you've already done your pelvic floor. Because those days where you just sit around and think, oh, what can I do, are probably gone now that you're looking after a baby or children. So that's the best way to do it, just to try and fit them in throughout the day when you can. Okay, we're going to do a breathing technique now called golden thread breath. This is really nice and simple, which is why I like it. And this can be really good just to help relax us. Sometimes family life can feel a little bit chaotic, and just taking a few minutes for ourselves doing some breathing techniques can really help to relax us as well. So to pick in a comfortable seated position, again using that pillow or the block as well if you like. Hands just on the knees and gently closing your eyes when you're ready. And again, like we did at the start of the class, there's a few deep breaths here. Lovely. Just taking a minute to focus on your breathing. Okay, lovely. Then when you're ready, taking a deep breath in through the nose. And then as you exhale, having a really small part in the lips, as if you're trying to hold a very fine piece of paper, and exhaling through your mouth as slowly as you can. So a deep breath in through the nose, tiny part in the lips, and exhale through the mouth as slowly as you can. Perfect, and again, deep breath in. Exhaling through the mouth as slowly as you can. Lovely. See, as you next exhale, you can make that part in the lips even smaller to make your exhalation be even longer. Then you can add a visualization as well if you like to this breathing exercise. So as you next exhale, visualize a fine golden thread spiraling out through the mouth and lengthening and coiling with every exhalation that you take. And just focusing on extending that exhalation as much as you can. Make that part in the lips as small as you can. And nice deep breaths. Perfect, well done. Lovely, a few more deep breaths here. Perfect, one more breath. Lovely, then when you finish, just slowly open your eyes.